you guys are kind of like the MicroStrategy of nonprofits as far as Bitcoin is concerned. Do you see the proliferation of other nonprofits starting to get this? Because I think that there has been a lot of attention. The work that you've done, the books that you've written, the various projects across Bitcoin and Nostr, I think have been really successful. I think it's fair to say that it's also been beneficial for the broader organization in terms of their reach, a marketing boost around Bitcoin, more connectivity to more communities that are developing things that are good for activists, but also, the donors, right? If you have an old Bitcoiner, it's a decent deal with them when you start to factor in some of the tax benefits.
I mean, we're nonprofit, right? So we're not delivering shareholder value, right?
Of course.
That said, we are.
There's more control of where it goes, though, when you're giving gifts.
I mean, I would argue we're way more Bitcoin native than MicroStrategy.
Yeah.
Like, we actually use it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you can
hold your own keys
in Bitcoin if you work.
You still have the Coinbase account?
No, we have upgraded to something way more elegant and cypherpunk. But I don't think you can, like, I'm pretty sure you have to ask Ed. Maybe Ed's listening. Yeah. I don't think you can get paid in Bitcoin if you work at MicroStrategy, for example.
No, I don't think so.
Doubt that's an option. So, for example, and I don't. Can you buy tickets to their events with Bitcoin?
I don't know. I don't think Michael Saylor. I don't want to speak for him, but he hasn't been terribly enthusiastic about Bitcoin as a form of payment. Right? It's more of a treasury asset.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. But I'm just saying, like, what we're trying to do is, yes, we want to help people understand how to use this thing as a treasury instrument. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're not going to be. And where we're not doing things like for example creating securities to exploit the Bitcoin adoption phase, which is what he's doing pretty masterfully, obviously.
Yeah.
What we're doing instead is following some of the same playbook, or maybe we're doing it simultaneously. Maybe we did it before them. But if you think about the MicroStrategy event for corporations, it's basically like what I'm doing at the Oslo Freedom Forum, right? Like we have all these orgs coming who want to learn how to integrate Bitcoin into their work, like dozens of them coming from all over the world.
Yeah.
They're nonprofits, they're charities, they want to integrate Bitcoin. They're going to learn. And we have this world-class team doing it. We have a webinar that happens every quarter. It's at href.org/unstoppable.
Yep.
And it's called Become Unstoppable, and it's a course taught by Anna Chekovich and BTC Sessions. And in 3 days...
She was a guest maybe 3 months ago? I think we had Anna here talking about it like 3 months ago, maybe.
She's killer.
She's great.
But basically, like every quarter, we're doing a free online webinar where anybody with basically 3 hours in a 3-day window can basically get up to speed, and then we'll offer white glove stuff beyond that if you need it. We'll help you, and we're onboarding folks at the same time. Saylor said the other day he wants to make a book, a guide and a book to how to do what he did. Well, we're doing the same thing for nonprofits. Yeah. So there will be a book, essentially, or essentially a small book, but a booklet at least. But it'll be like, how can you make your charity Bitcoin native?
Yeah.
And there's like a bunch of key strategic decisions that you have to make there. But it's look, I think in 10 years, the thing that most of these organizations will regret the most is they didn't integrate earlier.
MicroStrategy has the benefit of, right, they found a hack in financial markets.
Absolutely.
And, when you have a trade, you get a lot of copycat traders pretty quickly to collapse that trade.
Which is funny because they didn't at first. Now they are.
Yeah. Now you have lots of MetaPlanets. And MetaPlanet was pretty quick, but now, one of the big trades is, who's going to be MicroStrategy in Indonesia and Brazil and all of these countries.
Sure, but they almost had a 5-year window where like nobody was competing with them.
No, for sure. Have you seen any of the copycat in like the nonprofit world at all?
I mean,
or do you think you have to like bring them along? Is that why you're thinking about this in terms of a book or a
similar time frame to profit world with what Saylor's doing? It took because everybody, including me, maybe you, I don't know, I won't speak for you, but when MicroStrategy did its thing, summer of 2020, and then I think Block announced they had some Bitcoin, and then especially when Tesla announced, so there was like a 6-month window. Most of us were like, oh my God, this is just going to happen.
Yeah.
It did not happen.
No.
Right. So now it's starting to happen. Right.
Well, no one did it the way that they did, right? It was the convertible notes. They had a very clear mechanism to just like
stack Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Yeah.
Bitcoin.
No, but
Tesla didn't do that. Block didn't do that. Now there was, I think, an article by Coinbase, I don't know, an interview or something where they said, yeah, we looked at that exact strategy and voted against it. And it's just like, well, good job,
Wild.
guys.
So I think in the same way, Ahrefs was doing a lot with Bitcoin, and it's not that I expect a lot of people to copy us, but it's been strange that other folks haven't. And we're trying to help them. I mean, hopefully we can be one of 1,000 groups doing this. But I feel the momentum this year in the same way that I probably think that folks observing the MicroStrategy playbook are seeing it in the financial markets, in the profit markets, right? So hopefully this year is a turning point there.